everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays The Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus. We won a challenge on our last run. I am not going to do a challenge on this run. I owe it to myself. You know what? We haven't done Samson alt path yet. I'm trying to run through the characters, but I don't want to just do Azazel. GSDC 9404. Because a new pill has appeared. Alright, that was unexpected, walking into, like, our first room here. That was an achievement as well. I think it said, like, Sin collected or something like that on my achievement bar. Anyway, I don't want to do Azazel. We'll figure out what the heck that pill does, but I don't want to just do an Azazel run. I'd rather save our Azazel run for maybe, like, when Ultra Hard has got me down or something like that, you know? Right now, confidence is in a pretty good location. Is this like if we walk into enemies backwards, they take damage? Nope. If we shoot enemies in the back, they take more damage? Do most enemies in this game even have a back? I don't know, dude. Oh, that was a good fart. You threw me off. I have had Backstabber before, and it was also an item that was dictated or detailed in one of those, like, Binding of Isaac blog posts, but, oh, it inflicts bleed, it looks like. But what does bleed even do? I don't know. Either way, I'm gonna go to our curse room right off the bat. We get a Yarrow rune. I mean, I'm happy with the DPS that we're gonna get from Bloody Lust, but can you stop? This isn't Anti-Birth. We don't need this many big rooms on the first floor. That's getting a little ridiculous. Oh, at least they all have to take, like, this choke point right here. Or at least it looked like they would all have to take this choke point. They've broken through, but there's a lot of space. This is one of those situations in which a big room is actually, like, pretty good for us. Although, I would still prefer that it was a small room and just didn't have as many enemies on it. First time I've seen this room, I think. Anyway, I still don't know what bleed does. You should tweet me. I asked for tweets about what Bark at the Moon did in that one run we did recently where we actually had it, and I got way too many. And that's perfect, because it ensured that I actually managed to read them. So I know that Bark of the Moon is like a 0.03 damage upgrade, and it also howls at secret rooms or if there's like a crawl space available. So that's the best way for me to get information on the regular as quickly as possible, and I appreciate your support in doing so. Dude, honestly, right now, hit me. We're fairly likely to get an HP upgrade, and I guarantee that I will kill you faster and be happier and play better as a result of having more damage and then being able to kill Ragman in an efficient fashion. There we go. Didn't get HP, we got speed, which I'm happy with, but you know, it's actually one of the rare times that Pageant Boy would have been awesome, because being able to get that IV bag prospect early on a Samson run is pretty valuable. I'm noticing that we don't have to take contact damage against an enemy in order to inflict bleed. So Backstabber must be like if we shoot them in the back somehow, or maybe if we inflict bleed and then we walk into their back, they die. It doesn't matter, right? Like, I'm just gonna do what I always do in Isaac, and that's, you know, freaking shoot them. So we're gonna just play it very, very samey right now until we see what we got here. A little bit of highway blindness, because, or, you know, speed blindness. I don't know what the phrase actually is. I call it highway blindness, but I don't think that's right. Basically, we were doing so much damage last time that it feels like we're doing no damage right now, but that's not really fair, because the last run was ridiculous. Glowing Hourglass turn back time. If I was a smarter player, or at least a player who had done his due diligence more properly, we might be able to use Glowing Hourglass, and I don't know if this is true. We might be able to use Glowing Hourglass to go into the curse room and then erase the fact that we went into the curse room and not cost ourselves the deal with the devil percentage chance that it appears that we would right now. I mean, I guess we can go back in time and get our bomb back and then use it elsewhere, because we don't really like what's in there, but I don't know where we went wrong, but the deal is gone and I just can't get it. Oh, it totally works. Okay. I see, I see. So if we make a mistake, it's not really to get new rewards from a room. It's more like if we get hit and our precedent gets fucked, then we just go disregard that. But it's also going to take that battery charge off the ground. That's... Is this what I needed? Was missing HUD what was the missing ingredient for me to finally understand on a conceptual level how glowing hourglass is actually good and not just a waste of my time? It's possible. Hermit. We would rather keep the Yara. I mean, they both have A+ uses. In theory, like, we should at least use the Hermit card to get into the shop on this floor if we're not going to do anything else with it. In practice, what are we looking for? A 3-cent Spirit Heart? Like, maybe it would be better for us to just save our money for a better chance at getting an arcade at some point in the future, you know? So, I would like to not mess up this fight right here. I'm assuming our deal with the devil is preordained, so we can't just, like, re-roll the devil deals by doing the boss fight again and not getting hit. So we'll take caffeine pill. That's a little bit too much on the speed side of things right off the bat. And I mean, I have to. We have to at least try. We'll take the right deal. Spirit of the Night. A scary moment. I'm not going to disagree with you on that one. Speed upgrade. Come on. Come on with this. Now we want that Spirit Heart. There's no doubt. Yeah. We can't afford it right now, but we want it. I will go to the curse room. What's the difference, you know? I like it. Don't like it. When I say what's the difference, what I mean is, what's the difference between 1 heart and half a heart? In practice, actually quite a lot. But we don't have much we can do about it anyway. Well, you know what? Oh, dude, if that had taken us back into the curse room, I would have just died. Oh, no, because our HP would have gone back as well. So, I don't know. Don't worry about it. Either way, if we get hit, I guess we can pop this and maybe weasel our way out of a bad situation. Let me try this. Maybe I'm an idiot. Because now I can't use it to avoid getting hit, but I'm starting to see the ways that this run can actually make sense. If we have a charge and we get hit, but we quickly pop glowing hourglass, can we get out of jail free, basically? Can we make up for the fact that I made a mistake and got hit and still survive? I'm hopeful. But certainly, like, this is not your ideal Samson run right off the bat. That Curse of the Blind was, well, who knows what it cost us? If it cost us, like, Death's Touch, that's a bummer, but Spirit of the Night for 2 Spirit Hearts is not, like, a world-renowned trash deal. It's just because we got... All of our upgrades have been speed upgrades so far, and none of our, you know, pills have given us HP, and I don't think we've gotten a single Spirit Heart on the run. I might be mistaken. We might have gotten one, but... Okay, dude, it's huge. Polyphemus, amazing item. Rate of Fire is going to be trash, of course, but... Polyphemus. Whoa, you know what? No, I'm not taking your deal with the devil bullshit. I'm not losing my deal with the devil chance, is what I meant to say in that sentence there. It's nice having high rate of fire, or high-ish rate of fire, compared to the Pong challenge, with high damage as well. So, feeling pretty good about this. Didn't hear a consumable drop. I also have to go because I got me a drop top. If I hit the switch, I can make the ass drop. You're getting dusted in one shot. And Spirit of the Night actually gives us a nice ability to kind of play a little bit more aggressively as well. Or, sorry, a little bit more defensively is what I mean to say. Now, is the shop liable to be worthwhile? I would say probably not. We're going to have to play it very, very smart in spite of the fact that it might seem like we're in a better position. Like, if we can get a Spirit Heart here, we cannot. That would be good. I don't... As much as... First off, this is all conjecture because we got no chance to get it anyway right now. But if we get the chance to sit it out or dance, I hope we dance. And yeah, I'll quote Leanne Womack over the course of these episodes. I don't give a shit, dude. Go straight from Ice Cube reference into Leanne Womack. How could I resist? Might as well take Rib of Greed. I don't want to give up Glowing Hourglass for Blue Candle. Blue Candle is probably better, even knowing what I know about Glowing Hourglass now, but I would give up my potential, not just potential get out of jail free cardness, but also like my learning exercise here, you know? I'm taking night courses at the Annex trying to figure out how Glowing Hourglass works here. And so far, I'm learning a great deal. Good fight, no deal with the devil. Check it. What if we come back and we fight him again? Just because we don't, like, if we don't get a deal with the devil here, that does not mean that this strategy will not work. All it means is that it didn't work this time. So what's my goal? Well, I think the devil deal, the existence of it is rolled at the time of death of the boss. So, if we don't get a devil deal, but we have a non-zero chance, well, not even just non-zero, but a substantial chance, it might be worth just shooting the moon here, trying to fight this boss multiple times, assuming we don't die, and seeing if we can beat the odds next time. Now it's dicey. The hourglass was not glowing there. I don't know what I did there, but it was apparently a bad thing. Beats me. Either way, we should get to 5 cents. Well, I don't know. Do we really care about the arcade if we're gonna run glowing? I've already been in this room. Do we really care about the arcade if we're gonna run glowing hourglass? I wouldn't say it's a tough call. I actually thought our game froze there when I got stuck. Alright, down, down, down. Still on pace for boss rush. I don't know what we're gonna do about this, but so be it. It's not like we can really make great use of an arcade regardless right now. Can't make great use of a lot of things with our current run. I think we're overperforming on this Samson run right now. Considering, I mean, it's not bad, don't get me wrong. I always talk about, you know, I love glass cannon runs, and then I get a run that's like, hey, here's 1 HP Polyphemus. And I go, oh, well, not like that, you know. I wanted runs that look like glass. How did our glowing hourglass become the regular hourglass? Did I do that? That I've used it too much? Well, now, obviously, I'm looking to replace my spacebar item. Honestly, I'm a little bummed, too. How does that work? I thought glowing hourglass stayed glowing forever. I mean, admittedly, I just never use it, so that could be my mistake. But certainly, this leaves us in a bit of a fucked up position, because now if I get hit once, I will be killed. And the hourglass is not unusable. It's also fair to say it's not really very good. This run still has a win, I believe, nestled deep inside of it somewhere. We just gotta tease out that cream filling. Phrasing, maybe. We have 1 key. We're not gonna use that to go to the boss trap room. Kind of a dangerous proposition for us right now. I think we are in the kind of position where we'll take a Hail Mary on a Magic Mush Lark here. And obviously didn't work out right off the bat. It's alright, things change. Got that 67% deal with the devil chance this time. I guess maybe the glowing hourglass becomes not glowing if you use it too much. Which is a shame because that makes no sense. I have to assume this is a bug, but again, I'm ignorant of the concepts of some of these items I very rarely use, so I might be mistaken in that. Best Bud is not particularly good. It's not noteworthy in most situations, but especially if you're really low on HP. You're not going to be able to make that pop in the way that you want it to. So I think we should probably buy a Spirit Heart. Like, desperate times call for desperate measures right now. There is a Spirit Heart for sale. Sure, we got Mama Mega. Mama Mega is great, potentially. But we need survivability right now. So the Spirit Heart, oh my lord. The Spirit Heart is very good. We will take Mama Mega. Where are we going to use Mama Mega? I mean, I guess we'll kind of pull like an old school Pandora's Box technique, which is that we'll use it when we find a better spacebar item. So we'll get some value out of it, especially at 7 cents. That's pretty cheap. But the ideal place to use it is on the Void, if we can make it last that long. Which, I mean, I'll just go ahead and say is somewhat unlikely. Another nickel. And I think we should save our bombs. Like, if we come across a Tinted Rock, we'll be happy that we did. Please, I'm begging you. Break them. Ooh, there we go. Well, the money is ridiculous right now. Any minute now. There we go. One more. Turns out we could have bought whatever we wanted from the shop regardless. That is likely to be a second secret room. It just is the archetype of a second secret room. So let's crack into that. Golden chest. I mean, you gotta try, right? Okay. We're light enough on bombs that it makes sense to be a smart boy here. Yo, stop. I was gonna leave you alive until you shot me, so, you know, ask yourself if you're the problems that are created. You're creating your own problems is what I'm trying to say here, you jerk. Well, High Priestess gives us a great edge on the boss fight. And then 2 extra keys. Nothing wrong with that. Just don't forget Yera, because it is valuable. Now, I'm hopeful for a deal with the devil, but it's got to be the right deal with the devil. Preferably a deal with the devil that gives us survivability. So, like an Abaddon, you know, Sin Robe, sort of no deal. Okay, well, a Tears upgrade is actually really nice here. But I'm still sort of feeling the burn. I am going to try to make Boss Rush work, so we're only about a minute behind schedule. I'm going to keep rolling and trying to get this to pan out. I'm going to try to, like, keep my pace up, I guess is what I'm trying to say. It's a champion. It's a king enemy. It's a ghost ball. My hunch with Bleed, by the way, is that it just makes it so the enemy takes more damage in the future, but I might be wrong. Maybe it makes them vulnerable to one specific kind of damage. I don't know. Oh, almost snuck one by me there. So yeah, with Polyphemus, it is probably fair to say that a Tears upgrade is pretty much the best thing we could have hoped for. And, I mean, although that's fair to say, I would also say you are incorrect, self, in that assessment. And that's because we need... I'm not even gonna... It's almost too late for an HP upgrade to matter. Instead, we need defense. So anything like Gimpy is huge. Or it has to be an HP upgrade of a surprising magnitude. So even like something like Lard, this is the situation Lard was built for, dude. Even a Spirit Heart, or 2 Spirit Hearts like we just got right there is worth a lot. I also, I mean, I don't want to draw too much attention to it, but I don't think we've taken damage in like 3 floors here. Which I'm not going to lie to you, I'm very proud of, if that's actually the case. Now, it's not going to last forever. And if you're a betting man, you're probably like, it's not even going to last through this whole floor. But, might not even last through this whole room, depending on your level of optimism. Okay, I think that at this point, I mean, it's a mere, like, moment after I stated that I was interested in the concept of it, but it's very unlikely that we're going to make Boss Rush happen. Sometimes you just gotta, you know, nut up and accept the consequences, and it's pretty unlikely that that's going to happen here. We're going to be, like, at least 2 minutes behind schedule, and that will give us, like, 2 minutes to actually get into the boss fight. So I would say our odds there on the negative side for sure. What is this, like sack lunch or something? Bag lunch. I wonder what it is. Let's roll with it, dude. Technically, Rib of Greed is like a really good choice for us because we have so much money, but Book of Shadows. Well, you know what? Yeah, Book of Shadows with low HP is fine here. So we'll use the high value Mama Mega in a situation that doesn't actually drive that much value, but we get the added incentive. Yeah, the Fool card, it's just too little too late to make Boss Rush happen, so that's not worth much. But invincibility on a run where you have no HP is very good. Or little HP is very good. Certainly the shop is valuable. We probably won't really have to use, come on. We probably won't really have to use Book of Shadows on this floor because everything's going to get nuked in like a second. But if we did, you got it here. Okay. Now we got 100% deal with the devil chance. All I ask is no Krampus. Give me the opportunity to trade. Jesus juice. It's Krampus. But he got nuked pretty quickly. So lump of coal? Lump of coal. All right, you know what? The whole scheme of things, that's not that bad. Rather than missing this shop and trying to gun for a, well, okay, a deal with the devil that, to be honest with you, is unlikely. Not deal with the devil, boss rush that's unlikely. I'm going to make sure we go to the shop here. Curse of the Blind has just been ruthless, man. I'm just going to use... We paid 5 cents for a key. We have to keep Yera, though. So the candle and the boomerang. Amazing selection of items. Very appreciative. Thanks so much for your support. We're going to take Book of Shadows with us. Although I will say the candle, there's a case to be made that the candle is the right option. But I don't think it's too likely to be the absolute right option. Let's see what we got going on in here. 2 keys for a golden key and a bunch of money. That's like a... That's a hockey trade right there. That's the kind of trade where you go, all right, you know, we'll see how this works out later. You know, when we're looking at this trade in the rear view mirror, we'll see how this works. But for right now, I don't see how it could be wrong for us. We're giving up keys in the early game, but we're going to spend 2 keys on this floor either way to go to the item room in the shop. So if we get 1 golden chest, then we are... oh, that's first damage we've taken in a while. And it was very dumb damage to try to get... our orbital to kill an enemy for no reason, effectively. Oh, you kill them, you get a bonus? Is that what's going on there? I mean, we might as well take Sharp Plug. I don't anticipate finding a good time to use it.
Bombs are key.
We can make it to boss rush at the cost of an item room. I'm going to make a rare... Oh, but there's a hermit card. There's a hermit card. Okay, I'm going to make a rare... Well, not rare anymore. Disregard. I was on my old school conversation. We need to be very fast here. Faster than this. Yeah, we're not going to do it. It was close, though. And this is fine, because we're just going to teleport out anyway. We didn't get a deal with the devil, which blows me away here. Polaroid. Remember, we're looking for void access, which means, unfortunately, we are also looking for hush access in all likelihood. Is this the kind of hush-worthy run that we like to see? No, it's actually very bad right now. We also need to think of smarter ways to use Yera, because we can't just save it for the chest. That's like an old-school Isaac-style belief. That doesn't really apply in the modern Void era, where you know you're going to the Hush fight, so... The Yera room, or the Yera rune, I should say. I don't know how you get the Yera rune to pop. I guess we should just use it in any situation where we find like a bunch of spirit hearts. Oh, that was pretty terrible. Pretty terrible on my part. We also, unfortunately, need to go, like, surprisingly fast here. Our damage is good. Actually, our DPS is excellent, but... we need to go surprisingly fast here to still have a chance at Hush, I think. Because we cheesed our way into Boss Rush. And it's not like we should feel guilty about it, but we can't rely on dealing that much damage in the future to get through these rooms as quickly as we might need to. I found pills. Pills have been great so far. Just really excited about all the bullshit pills we've gotten. Not that I'm bitter or anything. Not that I'm rolling need. Okay, you got something for me? You got a spirit heart, of course. Golden key gives us the yum heart. I'll never let you throw. I'll never let you throw. I'll never let you turn around your back on the Samson. Got a good idea. Take a vacation in the Hamptons. I don't know what the Hamptons are. I believe it's in the northeast of the United States of America. It's an area renowned for its opulence, perhaps, I think. Well, we out, basically. Head down to the next floor. We got about 3.5 minutes per floor, I suppose. 4 minutes per floor. Something along those lines. If we want to make the hush fight. Now, if the game wants to really do me a solid, wouldn't be horrible if they just decided to hook me up with a void teleporter after this floor. I really think, like, we could probably make the delirium fight work in our present mindset. I guess there's like a curve is kind of what I'm visualizing in my head. And the curve is, at some point along the line of this curve, Hush is going to make you stronger. If you're strong enough to defeat Hush, then you're stoked, like defeat Hush easily, then you're stoked to go down to the Hush fight because you've got the shop and you've got the 2 item rooms, and this is given the average, like, expected value of a Hush floor, a blue womb, if you will. And then below that point on the curve, going to the Hush fight is going to make you weaker and actually make it, you know, less likely that you would succeed on the void. I think that we are not necessarily above that point on the curve. Like, if you ask me to look at this run objectively, which is, like, barely possible, and be like, you know, looking at the quality of the items that you got. I'm drowsy. Oh my god. Yeah, the luck upgrade is fine, but, like, looking at the quality of the items you've gotten, and, you know, with other things that have shown up, what do you think about the quality of this run so far? I honestly think this is like a 4. And you're going to think that a 4 is horrible. But, I mean, look at this relative to the average run. And I think you'll see that a case can be made. We've had, like, we got no early game momentum. We've never had HP. Like, we've qualified as best as we could for every available deal with the devil and still lost to the odds on most of them. Of course, this one is different. And then our deal with the devil items haven't even been that good. Our boss items have largely been worthless. I actually think that we take the Algiz rune over the Yarrow rune. Like, that's how desperate we are, that I'm sacrificing, like, the enabler. And of course, that means that we missed out a lot of value on Yarrow. Like, literally anything. Doubling a penny would have been better than holding it the whole game and doubling nothing. But I do think that I don't want to, like, fall too far into the sunk cost fallacy on this one. Just recall that, you know, Algiz is probably the best play for us right now. So, again, the run has not been good. Now, it doesn't mean that it's unbeatable. But this, if I didn't have to, I would never fight Hush on this run. I kind of hate this because it's going to mill us out of keys, probably, that we could use to open, you know, the item rooms on the Hush fight, but at least we got 2 keys out of it. So that's probably 1 item room, 1 shop, and then we have the money to buy another key if we need to. And the Algiz rune is just something we're going to save for the Hush fight if we have to, but yeah, dude, this is like smart play. This is a weak run right now. It can change. It can change. At least we got some damage done there with invincibility. Polyphemus is great, and like Polyphemus Book of Shadows, those elevate this from like a 2 to a 4 for sure. Our DPS is good. Ability to fly helps out. But if you look at this versus like the average run, we might have above average damage, admittedly, but our HP is in such a non-renewable and non-remarkable position that it's honestly a very tough sell. I'm amazed I didn't get hit there. It's a very tough sell for me to see how we're gonna, you know, pull out the W here if we have to fight Hush. If we didn't have to fight Hush, it's easy. You just take the Yara rune down to the Hush fight, right? Like, or sorry, down to the chest, and then you're good. Speaking of which, we do still need to make the Hush fight actually happen here, which is looking good. But if we're making the wrong decision about where to go right now, that can change. I guess we didn't, right, probably didn't need to kill those guys, huh? Fair enough. Speed up, alright. I mean, that's the other thing, is that if speed was HP, we would be in an amazing position right now. We've gotten so many speed upgrades over the course of this run. Should start playing a little bit more conservative, I think, with our Book of Secrets. Book of Shadows, sorry, because we need to have HP for the boss fight. I believe that is the question mark pill, which is bad. I got hit by red poop. Okay. Honestly, there hasn't been a lot of preventable damage on this run, so I'm not going to beat myself up too much over the occasional misstep. 45 cents is 3 items from the shop, but one of the first ones would have to be restock, or we just couldn't get it. The dream is theoretically real. I mean, I don't think I should give up Book of Secrets if somehow Shoop-da-Whoop shows up, but with Polyphemus, Shoop-da-Whoop is, like, really good. Luckily, we don't have to worry about it at all, because we didn't get what we desired anyway. So what's the ticket here? How do we get a win here? Well, beating the odds on an amazing deal with the devil would be awesome, particularly something along the lines of Abaddon. Something that gives us Spirit Hearts, takes advantage of permanent Polaroid invincibility so we can deal damage with, you know, Sworn Protector and or Ball of Bandages. Short of that, of course, there's the obvious. Mom's Knife, Brimstone. But we, you know, I don't want to get into the odds too much, because right now, you know, what are the odds of us getting Brimstone? Now, multiply that by 0.36, because we got to get a deal with the devil in the first place. So, we didn't get our teleporter. We are going to have to do the Bosch fight. We're going to have to do the Hush fight. Not really feeling super confident right now, especially with Curse of the Unknown, but you got to try. So, there's a Guppy item. We got enough keys to do this. Definitely have enough keys now. Luck upgrade is good. Okay, it's a start, admittedly. Can't be too salty about that. Okay, we have Gnawed Leaf, so if we have infinite time, we will now beat the Hush, guaranteed. Those suck, though. We have to take BFF. 2 of clubs, why not? Take the Spirit Heart. Take Fanny Pack. Blow this guy up. Well, I would say this is like as pretty much, as close to like a game winner as we could have possibly expected to find. Are we going to use Alges against the Hush? I mean, to be honest with you, I would rather use it against Delirium, so we could get a little bit of extra proactive, like, aggressive damage dealing. But if we have to use it against the Hush, we'll use it against the Hush. This first phase of the Hush is the tricky one because it doesn't move, so we got to find a spot where we can stand and still hit him. And that is not going to do it right there. We could also just shoot him, which is what we were planning on in the first place, of course. But I think this is more our speed right now. Well, I've got roundtable in 19 minutes, so it would be ideal for me if you would allow me the opportunity to get this done, lest I find myself, you know, brushing my teeth over the course of this video. Why am I recording videos without brushing my teeth? I like to brush my teeth in the morning when I wake up, and then also after I've had all the coffee I'm going to have for the day. You know, coffee breath can be a real thing. I know nobody's going to hear it through the podcast, but it just, don't you feel more like a more confident person when your mouth feels clean? You know, the expression cleanliness is next to godliness is about having a clean mouth. There's no question about it. Is this dude getting roasted, toasted, burnt to a crisp? I would say not really, but, you know, it's going fine right now. The other thing I'll say is that you might say, well, why don't you just be aggressive and deal some actual damage? I actually think that it's conceivable that our cube of meat rotating around and catching him on, like, maybe 30% of every 360-degree rotation might be doing more DPS than if we were to stand back, never use our orbital, and just fire as much as we could. I might be mistaken. Our damage isn't bad, of course, but, why is the camera going down there? I'm up here, dude. Now is probably the time where we would start to, actually shoot him. Unless he's just gonna come right back to where we are. No, okay, so I would say now is probably the time where it makes sense to do our own damage. Not killing those guys in one hit is actually extremely damning. And you might say, why fuck with it? Just sit still until you're safe. First thing first, this isn't the Lost. You know, this is Samson. If we can't beat the Hush as Samson, we'll have another opportunity. We don't need the perfect storm to happen to win as Samson. It would be nice to not be beholden so much to the alt path in the future, but it's not like it defines us as a player, you know? He's gonna say, hit me. I want you to hit me. If we can at all speed up this fight, that's like the perfect world scenario for me. God damn it. When do you move? 3, 2, 1, go. I mean, we do have Bloody Lust as well, so... What? There's an HP upgrade in there. At least our fly is doing damage. And actually not that little damage. Okay, come on, come on. There we go. That's the stuff right there. Stand still for as long as possible, please. Do not move. Yeah, res up. Res up! That's alright. Fly's still getting you. Absolutely fine by me, dude. How much are you moving? He's moved out of my range and then immediately back into it. Do me a favor, dog. Just accept... Oh, that's so bad. Just accept the roasting. He's so close to death. Oh, he's done. He's done. Accept it. Accept the roasting. Oh, we've done it. Okay. So that's the first phase of this under control. I just have to go tell these guys on Skype. We'll be like 2 minutes late. One second. I said I'll be there in 5 minutes, fuckers. No, I said very apologetically, I'm sorry I'll be late. You know how Isaac is and all that. Okay, do we want... I think we want invincibility. Invincibility is actually going to speed this up. As weird as this sounds. How's our HP? I actually think it's fine. Fuck the money. Who cares, dude? Alright. Ooh. Yeah, it's not that bad. Big room, dude. Big room. Start popping these guys. Every black heart could make the difference. Keep in mind, you know, what am I looking for here? Algiz rune, dog. Algiz rune. Not Algiz moon, Algiz rune. And we're actually, like, on the secret room, which is right next to us, which there's nothing wrong with that. Let's come down here. This room's no big deal, presumably. Any room that's super tough, you know what we do? It's very simple. Just, nice. Use the, Nod Leaf. I refuse to let this one disappear. The run has tried to screw us By the way, if you're gonna go, what is NL complaining about this run? You know why I'm complaining about this run? Because we had the glowing hourglass, it turned into the regular hourglass, and then we were stuck on 1 HP for like 4 floors. So yeah, that's why I'm protective of this run, and also a little salty that I feel like the game kind of like didn't treat me with the level of respect that I treat it with. So that's why I'm going to be, you know, paying attention on this one and trying to make sure that this run actually comes through, you know, with the W that I feel it deserves. I appreciate the consumables, I sincerely do. I do wish... That was dumb. That was not smart. In fact, with so little HP, that was extremely dumb. No matter how much damage your orbitals are doing, it doesn't matter if you're dead, so... Don't be stupid. Don't be that stupid, at least. You can be a little stupid, that's half of your charm, but... Can you not be invisible and teleporting all the time? Choose one. You can't be an invisible teleporter. That's against the Geneva Convention. The Frail. Alright. Easy money. Easy money. Yes. Yes, we will. Of course we will. Beelzebub. What the fuck have we done? It's horrible, but hilarious. Yeah, that's... I mean, what's the benefit of this? It's keeping the enemies at bay. There's no doubt about that. Please don't be delirium. It lives. Okay. Like, the enemies are so afflicted by the status downgrades. Or the status effects. They don't seem to be focusing on us too much. We're gonna have to pop alges here. What are our bombs like? Mega bombs. Okay, that's actually huge because I'm doing no damage. Okay, speed plus range. Our speed was actually pretty terrible, so that feels good. We're gonna continue to reroll until we get what feels like a win. To be honest with you, I don't know if we want to fight bosses right now. Like, we might want to roll and just try to get, like, easier rooms. Because if we accidentally walk into the delirium fight, all hell is gonna break loose. We gotta watch out for our own BBF as well. And this was, by the way, shameless. Like, this was a full run reroll situation where I was like, absolutely. Like, this is not taking a 1 run and turning it into a loss. This is taking a likely loss and trying to scum it into a victory. I feel no shame about this whatsoever, given what this run has tried to do to us. Also, this particular run here is hilarious, so. What do we got now? Seems pretty bad. Let's test it on a room. Let's test it on a room first. I guess. Take it. Oh, we're stomping stuff. We're stomping stuff. We gotta change. Magic Mush. We got HP. Monstro's Lung. Like Bomber Boy. Special bombs? Not special bombs. Capricorn, Magic Mush. We got 16 damage. Rate of Fire kind of sucks, but I think this is actually acceptable. Rate of Fire is awful. So bad. And we actually do have special bombs. We have Bomber Boy. Necronomicon is not worth it. I don't know, dude. This is actually, like, kind of a tough call. Because our rate of fire is hideous. Actually god-awful. Do we go back for that boss fight? I mean, I guess we will. We have Lusty Blood, though. Okay, I see. So our DPS remains acceptable as a result of this. Hey, do we know this pill? I found pills. All-time classic. Yish. Alright, well, it's a boss fight, so... I wish it was Haunt, so I could go, it's a ghost boss! But it's not a ghost boss. Gish, Joker. Ace of clubs. If you like the gamble, I'll tell you I'm your man. It's not Gish, that's Gimpy. You can see how I'd be confused. I was fighting Gish. It's understandable. No, I don't want to do this room anymore. I don't want to play your fucking game. I mean, I do want... Wait, Dark Bum? We must have re-rolled into it. Okay, of course. Now, is this going to be a run dominated by Northernlion's hubris? Am I going to D4 a 1 run into a worse run? Yes. Yes, I am. However, we got time to bring it back. I mean, we've got time on this run. We don't have time from a round table standpoint, but that's just life, dude. That's just life. Homing bombs. The suction is the power of suck is too much. We have strange attractor as well. That's just cruel, honestly. Don't give me... Yes, I was going to say, give me one more room before you give me a boss fight so I could reroll semi-bad run into slightly better run. Oh, we got scatter bombs. Scatter bombs. There were some scatter bombs. They said, see you later, bombs. It wasn't good enough for scatter. Alright, here we go. Fungi. Proptosis. Chocolate milk. Let's do it. Let's do it. Conquest. No, you don't understand. You're not the boss that I desire right now. Bomb bag. Exquisite. Ask me how I feel about bomb bag. I feel like it's not conducive to our goal of defeating delirium. Suck my bomb bag. Suck my bomb bag. Blastocyst. More like piece of shit. Oh, chocolate milk sad bombs. This is the run, dude. I don't give a shit about homing tears, even if this is delirium right here. The dream is real. Okay. What's the ticket? Get as many explosivo shots in there as possible. And if you get low on HP, you're gonna re-roll. Really seems like we have the soul. Thank you, Dry Baby. That was dumb. That was stupid. I'll level with you on that one. Thank you, Dry Baby. Really appreciate that. Oh, we got to land Bob's brain. Get it out of here. When we got chocolate milk shots on the go. What? What happened there? I would describe it as extremely acceptable. I mean, the phases are getting shit on. The boss himself? I don't know. Maybe he's getting shit on. I think we're about to win. So let's use the D4. I am an actual idiot. We have marked. We're firing bones about once every 500 seconds. Can you stand still for a fucking second so I could hit you? If that teleport... You wouldn't! I can't hit the boss, dude! If the exact perfect combination of items to get completely shit on, I almost don't believe that it's happening here. Almost blew myself up. How is it possible to have such a slow rate of fire and Ipecac and not be murdering this dude in 2 seconds? He gained HP! I hit him with my bomb and he gained it. Okay, well, I'm an idiot. I re-rolled too far. The run still fucked me. The RNG was ridiculous. For now, thanks for watching. I gotta go. That's stupid. I'll see you next time. Good God, what an idiot. Me. I'm talking about me. Thank you for your support.